how do I structure my workouts? And that's what this is going to be about. It's not going to be about nutrition today. I mean, it's always about nutrition, but this is how I structure my workouts as a nutrition coach, as a trainer, and it helps me stay consistent. And consistency over time is the key to everything. And being, if you one thing you can do, if you're being consistent with what you're doing, and I can say that myself, not only am I able, and I'm pretty good at keeping consistent just on my own, but my clients, my community of clients that are friends that come on board with me are just I can't tell you, even mentally, it helps me stay on task with what I'm about to say, with what I'm about to show you, what I do. And what I also do is I actually would love for you to hit that like button and subscribe today. I greatly appreciate everybody, and I'm never going to say that enough because it's coming through where I want to build this channel out. I'm really focused in, not only for myself, of course, but my family, and it's my passion. And here we go. I want to go over what I do for myself and be very intentional with this. Sorry, I got to move this chair all the time, right? But anyway, this is what my workout looks like. My workouts for the week, the whole core. And it's really simple. I mean, it's simple but intense. But I do 5 hours of zone 2. And what zone 2 is, this consists of here is just, it consists of a lot of walking. It's just walking. And I'm really at about 12,500 to right around about 15,500 per day. And that's some intentional walking, where I just get up, do walks, two major walks a day typically, but some of it comes along for the ride on certain days, like these 2 to 3 hours of high intensity training. These are recreational, and it's basketball for me and tennis. And these are my go-tos, and this is where these steps come in on the higher side, and sometimes I'm at 18,000 steps on those days. And the amount of calories, this here of course is some of my highest calorie burn days, of course, where I can take in more calories, more enjoyable calories like carbohydrates, and really have to move them up to maintain, not only just to maintain, but not to sacrifice muscle. And really, because I am more of a sports driven, I love sports enough that I want to play until, I always looked at it. I remember being 30 years old, or 25, 30 years old, and I would go to the rec center, and I'm going to tell this really quick story that there was this old guy. I'm going to say old guy because he had socks pulled up to his knees, right? The glasses on with the band wrapped, and he'd have a headband on, hair flowing out of the hair flowing gray. And I remember seeing this gentleman for the first time. And this ain't the first time I've seen someone like this. I'm just giving you the first time I've seen this happen. And I'm sitting there, I'm great at basketball, right? I'm fast and quick, whatever, right? Then, still somewhat the same, but not as like that. But anyway, he's just walking up and down, and not walking, but it feels like he was walking up and down the court. This dude was 64 years old, okay? And he was busting out three-pointers. And he was very, very, very difficult to stop. And it just completely amazed me. And it's one of those things that took me to another level because I played with a lot of people. And that day I learned never, ever judge anybody by their age, look. It's just crazy to me. And I've seen that so many times. Whether it's just crazy to me. So I look at that and how great a shape he was in. but he played basketball his entire life, and that's why I've played basketball as part of my recreation. And for me, tennis was everything growing up. Tennis and basketball. I grew up during Michael Jordan, and I grew up through Andre Agassi, through some of those great tennis matches that are just, Rafael all right now, but you know what I'm getting at. And that's why this here burns the most calories, and that's why I do 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes that's even 4 during the summer because I go out and play a lot. All right, so 4 to 5 days of resistance training as well. And my resistance training is, I still do the exact same system that I coach and have as a coaching package for a 16-week program. It's the same workout that I've done to build muscle, retain muscle, lose fat. I do a variation of that exact thing, 4 or 5 days a week, resistance training. And this is about, these are about 1 hour to an hour and a half. Right? Per session. I never go over this. If I do, I leave the gym. If I'm not done, I'll finish the rest later. I don't want to be in the gym resistance training for more than an hour and a half. And I'm really good. The only days that I'm typically there longer, like that long, are on my leg days, because there's a lot. Leg days are intense for me. I really focus in on my legs, so much so that 5th day on here is typically a leg day or an extra shoulder day, and really hitting it in a way that just, some face pulls to really hit the back of the shoulder as far as strength goes, and making sure the back and legs are some of the things as we get older as far as longevity goes. I don't want to, not saying that I'm ever going to hit back problems. Thank goodness I haven't had to worry about it, because I keep a stronger back. I really focus on those weaknesses, and those were always my weaknesses. My strengths have always been my calves and right, and my biceps. My biceps have always, I do some isolation work on bis and tris and shoulder caps, but on those days. But a lot of my resistance training comes through compound lifts, like bench press, shoulder press, leg press, pull-ups, cable rows, bent over rows, RDLs, things like that really hit major muscle groups all at the same time, even the isolation ones like the biceps and triceps. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've got for this. It's very simple. If you want a free copy of this workout that I have as part of the system, or if you want some coaching one-on-one and become part of the community, reach out with the word coach, and I'll reach out to you here and break all this down for you and how to fit this into a system for you. And that is not just temporary, but it's an evergreen system. It really is. It's and I love it. And that's it. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye.